How are you doing? I hope you had a chance to watch my previous YouTube live, which was on the instant remedies for when you have an active headache, and it's like pain relief solutions based on Ayurveda. If not, I will put a link in the description. Please be sure to watch that. Even if you did not, it's fine. Today, I'll be sharing some tips on how to prevent headache from a long term by adjusting your diet and lifestyle. I'll be sharing some practical tips which you can start incorporating right away. So, before I start, I'm Satya. I'm an Ayurvedic coach at Anyo. Anyo is a wellness app, and there's a lot of other wellness areas we cover, like mental health and nutrition and yoga. There's a lot of more videos that we are going to share with you. So please subscribe to the channel if you're interested in just practical on-the-go tips like sustainable, easy to follow micro moves, which these tiny habits which you can start incorporating on your everyday life. So, headaches. Fine. So, headache can be a very tricky one. Like you might see in my previous video. So, let me share it again for anyone who's new. There's a lot of different possible causes for headaches. It can be due to stress or indigestion or maybe exposure to bright lights or sunlight during the peak afternoon. Or it could also be due to something related to your lifestyle or any postural causes, say, as simple as using a wrong pillow for your head when you sleep. So there's a lot of different causes. When you know the right cause, it is better to address it more personalized for you. And in order to prevent it, we are going to approach in a diet and digestion angle today, because the most common cause is indigestion, which it can happen due to a lot of reasons. So if you prevent indigestion, you can potentially prevent headaches in the long term as well. So what's the first tip that I'm sharing to prevent indigestion? So the first one is having a regular routine, particularly with your meal times and sleep times. So why regulate routine? Our body has an internal clock. It works by a habit, a routine. Say, for example, you sleep at 10:30 p.m. tonight. Your body will produce sleep hormones around the same time, like a few hours before it next day. So it assumes you will sleep at 10:30 p.m. If you do it like for a row of like 3-4 days, your body will get to know the time of your sleep. But if you're sleeping at different times, the internal clock may get confused. It doesn't know when to release the sleep hormone. So what's wrong? This sleep is very, very important. If we have a different sleep routine, then without the proper sleep hormone, like you may find it hard to fall asleep. Yes, for a lot of people. Do you sleep at a different time in the weekend or holiday? Or maybe you have a late meal on a Sunday, or maybe you just is it just you wake up late on a Sunday, or maybe you sleep late on a Friday or Saturday watching a movie with friends or catching up with some family, or anyone like late on Friday you go to a party, or maybe you just spend time with yourself. I don't know what. But if you are spending different sleep times on weekdays and weekends, or generally even during the weekdays, if you sleep at different times, this is going to disrupt your air element. The air element is imbalanced if you are having an irregular routine. So the air element, you can relate it with oxygen that we inhale, which gives us energy, right? It goes all over to our body. And the circulation also, it depends on the balance of air element. And also the movement of thoughts in your body, like all the nerve impulses that move all over your body. And if you see some people, their hands will shake, all these things, these are kind of imbalances. Any type of movement in your body, the normal movement is regulated by air element. if it is abnormal, it's due to the imbalance of the air element. So because of the irregular routine, this air element can be imbalanced, and which in turn it can cause excessive gas or the flatulence in your digestive system, and there can be bloating and even constipation if this air element is imbalanced. And constipation is linked with tension headaches, which is the most common type of headache. So there can be any stiffness or neck tension or any pain in the back of your head, lower part of your skull. All these are like related to the imbalance of air element. These people should really focus on regulating their routine. Sleep, having a very good sleep, checking your pillows, and just having any food that helps with constipation, that can also like taking a lot of fiber. These will all help prevent indigestion due to this air element. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to share. The second one is listening to your body. So here there's a lot of things you can listen. Any sort of discomfort, if you listen, just make a note of it. If you know what to do about it, just do. If not, it's fine. Just keep researching. I want to share with you like some few simple things which you need to listen. First thing is thirst. How much water should we drink is a very common question I hear from many of my clients, and it depends on their individual body type. So for people with dehydration, it's very, very important to drink a lot of water, and your body will naturally be so thirsty. So just like even for a half an hour or 45 minutes after you drink water, you may feel thirsty. It's fine. If your body asks for water, please drink water. Same with sleep. If your body tells you, like gives you signs like it's sleepy, like around 1 hour before your usual sleep time or something, if you start feeling sleepy, take the sign, and you can start to close down all the other tasks you are doing, like closing your mobile or TV, or finishing off all those chores which you are doing in the house, or if it is really important, you can do it. If not, you can just wind down everything, prepare for sleep. Because if you lose that sleep wave, uh, it's like for everyone this applies. If you don't sleep before 10:30, like which most people will feel sleepy before 10:30 at some point, like after 9, before 10 sometime. If you miss after 10:30s, have you noticed that suddenly you feel very alert, like around 11 or 12 a.m., 11 p.m. or 12 a.m. if you did not sleep? Have you noticed? Maybe you feel so alert all of a sudden, you feel so productive. Maybe you even feel hungry if you're up at 12 a.m. or so. So this is not a natural one, because you should be sleeping at 10:30 p.m. After this, it's a different time. I don't want to go there now, but you missed the sleep wave. That's what I wanted to mean here. That is not healthy. You should be sleeping between 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. because that's when our liver metabolizes fats. So it breaks down all those fats, and it's like that's the time when Ayurveda calls it is the pitta time, and it's relating to the fire element. So if you don't sleep at this time, it can imbalance the fire element, which is a different story. Imbalance of fire element can cause any acid indigestion or any burning sensations in your it can be along your digestive tract, or it can also burning sensation of the eyes, or some people have it in their abdomen or even feet. Depending on the severity of the imbalance, it can go up to your feet as well. So we don't want to imbalance the fire element. Coming to our second point, again, I want you to focus on sleep. If you feel sleepy, please go to sleep as soon as possible. If you are thirsty, drink water. And the third one, a natural urge which you should not suppress, is using the bathroom. If there is an important meeting, I know it may not be always possible to attend to your natural call, but try your best because your health is more important. If it's like just a rare occasion, like 1 or 2 meetings in like in 3 months or 6 months, it's fine. But if it is a daily ignorance of your nature's call, then it's going to directly imbalance the air element in the bowel, which can cause bloating or constipation or any sort of irritable bowel syndrome, or some sort of disturbance in the bowels. So we don't want, whichever area of we ignore the natural urge, that is going to cause imbalance in that area. Like, so for example, this can in the traditional Ayurvedic text, this skipping urge to pass urine can potentially cause urinary stones. Like, this is given in the scriptures, Ayurvedic texts. So yeah, you always need to attend to your body. Listening to your body is the second one. Okay, the third one. So I hope you still remember the overall view for today. Just the diet and lifestyle tips for long-term prevention of headache, and we are focusing on avoiding indigestion and how the simple practical tips which you can follow to avoid any imbalance of air element or fire element in your body. That's what I'm explaining here. So the third one is avoiding heavy food. Heavy foods, as in anything that is heavy to digest, it is obviously going to cause indigestion. So what is heavy? Have you ever ate any food? It's like after you eat, your stomach felt like a stone, just like a snake which ate a rat, or like, I don't know. It feels so heavy as if there is a stone, like a heavy stone put inside your stomach. Have you ever felt like that? So that food probably is a heavy one. So what examples can I give you tonight? Okay. Dairy, like curd, especially if you take it at night, it's very, very heavy. And cheese is heavy. Any deep fried foods, they are also heavy, like samosas or any puffs, pastries, all sort of pastries and cakes, all these are so heavy. I'm not saying you should restrict them entirely. Have them like once or twice a month, or maybe up to thrice. But more than that is not going to be good for your digestion. So you just set, if you regularly have them, then probably you can start with once a week. On Sundays, for example, you can have samosas or any sort of your favorites, like fries, chips. I don't know what you like. Any food that is heavy with a lot of oil or dairy products like butter, cheese, all these kind of foods, limit them to once a week. So other thing which can be heavy is having a very late dinner. What is a late dinner? So our digestion is related to the sunlight. When the sun is at its peak, which is during the lunchtime, our digestion is also peak. So around 12 to 2 is when sun is so bright, right? This is the time for our largest meal. And for breakfast and dinner, we should have a light meal when there is sun as much as possible. So if your sunset is around 6:30, 6:45, probably you can have a dinner within 1 hour after sunset or earlier. So before 7:45 or earlier. This ensures the sunlight still supports your digestion and you potentially prevent indigestion. Having a late meal is said to be very heavy, and the problem with all these things I said, which can cause imbalances and indigestion, is you eat a food, no matter how healthy it is. If there is indigestion, what does it mean? Not only the sign of discomfort for you, like it could be bloating or heartburn, acidity. Not only that, that is the external sign, but what happens in our body is our body is not able to digest the food which we ate. So whatever is undigested is a waste, right? Our body should eliminate this as a waste. But if there is an imbalance of air element, what did I say? There could be constipation or problems with eliminating the bowel, having the bowel movement can be a problem. This means the toxin is not undigested food is not eliminated out, but it is still circulating inside your body. And this is waste. And this is what we call as ama or toxins in our body. These toxins, if they circulate all over your body, they travel in the blood and they can go all over to any place. Like blood can take it to anywhere. Whichever place is weak, like let's say someone fell during their childhood and they had a fracture in their arm, which means their arm could be a weak point in their body. Okay, so this toxin, which is undigested, can circulate and target this weak immune place, like weak spot, you could say. Or yeah, for any reason, if there is any other condition which causes weaknesses in any tissues, it can go there. I just gave you a simple example. So in the long-term future, this toxin can cause issues with their bones. Like it could be anything. Like if there is too much air imbalance, it is linked with arthritis. If there is too much fire element imbalance, it's linked with rheumatic pains, like there is inflammation and any burning sensations associated with it. So when you have a proper digestion, you just not only prevent headaches, but also a host of future illnesses that can potentially develop after like 5 years, 10 years later. Okay. And how do you find if there is a toxin? Well, every morning after you wake up, just look in the mirror. And if you have a white coating on your tongue, it means there is toxin in your digestive system. If it is the case, please consider a Ayurvedic cleanse. And this will be a personalized guidance on using some foods for gentle detox. So I hope all of these helped you. And if you're interested in Ayurvedic cleanse, you can always consult me one-on-one. I do online consultation. I have put a link in the description for you to see. And you can follow all those diet and lifestyle tips which I shared. If you liked any of this, please share in the comments. And if you have any questions or topic suggestions as well, please put it in the comments. I will always read them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel for more useful information. So yeah, thank you. Take care.